I want to go ahead and get started on showing you guys what your lab is going to look like. What we're going to do with these maps, and we're basically going to make this map come alive. So we're going to use, it's going to sound kind of funny, but we're going to use salad lids to make a three-dimensional hologram from these maps. So let me show you how we're going to do that. I call it a hologram because I think it looks like a hologram. Okay, so let me just go ahead and show you the finished product of one that I did last week. Actually, I need a my background here. Let me get a better angle on it. But this is what you're going to make. Whoops, too close. So you're going to make something that's really hard to see because you guys are looking at a two-dimensional image. But if you guys want to come up here and look at my finished product, you can, or if you want to come up here at some point, you can. But exactly. So you're going to make a multiple layered. Each salad lid has its own contour interval or contour line, and so each layer shows you a different part of the hill. So when you build this, it will kind of look like you're looking at a hill. So let me show you how we're going to make this. Actually, let me go and pass out the lab. So the instructions for how to make this are actually online, but that's why I'm giving you this demonstration right now. What I'm giving to you guys is mainly just a question. We're going to start today, and if we don't finish today, we'll just kind of put it to the side and we can finish it on Monday. I'll make sure that nobody comes in here and touches it or messes with it. So don't worry about looking at those questions right now. You guys will use those in just a second. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to build these one layer at a time. Focus. There we go. Okay. So these are actually a little bit smaller than I want them to be. So this is what we're going to do. So I would try to, yeah, like see, it's not even going to fit inside mine. What I would try to do is I would try to center it over the center feature. So the center feature for me is like this little tiny circle right here, marked 600. Try to center that. What I would do before you start drawing anything on your salad is I would like maybe trace a corner or trace a side or two on your paper so that way you know where to put the next lid. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. So the easiest way to do this is to properly trace the smallest circle first, or the smallest contour line. So I'm going to trace my 600 line here onto the lid. Kind of looks like a kidney bean, right? So I got that traced on there. So after I got that traced on there, I'm just going to move on to the next one. And then kind of make sure I place that exactly like I had the first one, because the point is to stack these so these all line up. And then I'm going to trace my next line, which is my 500 line. Okay, so I got my 500 line there. Put that aside. I'm not going to do all these, but I'll just do this last one so you guys kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like. Then I'm going to trace my 400 line. And I encourage you guys to do this for all the lines that are on your maps. The maps you guys have don't have too many lines on them. So when you have that done, when you go, I'm just going to do 3, but I encourage you guys to do as many as possible. I'm giving you maps, yes. Yes, I'm going to give you maps. So now I'm going to build this up. So these salad lids these actually nest too close together. So we actually need to use some spacers. So to space these out, where did my little tin go? To space these out, I recommend using some Play-Doh. And you guys know how thick a Starburst candy is? Try to make it to about that thickness and just kind of place them on the corner. You want these to be a little bit tall. Then you place. So when you finish with this, you should have like a mirror image of what you had on your paper, but that's okay. We're not really concerned about east and west being the same. That's okay. But when you're finished with this, it should give you the illusion that you're actually looking down on a hill. It's really hard to see on camera. So you're gonna have to trust me a little bit. But you can see, you should kind of see this, what you're doing is you're really just bringing these maps to life by showing what the hill would look like. So I'm gonna leave you guys, there's gonna be 3 maps. I'm gonna leave them out here, you guys. I have plenty of copies of each. And grab 2. One you're going to actually do the experiment with, and one you're just gonna answer some questions on. But I'll leave the maps out here. And yeah, go ahead and get started. If you have questions on how to build it, how to make it, whatever, let me know.